Hi there, today we are talking eyebrows. Okay, I don't think there's any set way of doing your eyebrows just because everybody's eyebrows are completely different. Some people have perfect eyebrows naturally, and other people, well, they should really just shave them off and start again, quite literally. The hair's growing different directions and they're just mental. I'm going to brush all the hairs up. Alright. I then use my scissors because your eyebrow hair grows and you can get really wiry eyebrow hair, so you want to trim them kind of along the sides here. Make them fairly short. Not too bad today. It's very important that you know how to measure up what your eyebrows should look like. So where it starts, they tell you that the end of your nostril here should line up with the start of your eyebrow. Wayne Goss, I know I talk about him a lot in my videos, but he is a genius and he's got so much knowledge. He says, forget that, because some people have really wide noses, some people have extra thin noses, so that would mean that you would end up with an extra wide eyebrow or really narrow in eyebrow. So just measure up where you would like your eyebrows to start, and I think that's fantastic. I was also told, take it from the end of your nostril and the corner of your eye, and that's where your eyebrows should end, here. But when I was at college down in London, the teacher who was teaching us how to do our brows, she says the longer the younger. And Wayne Goss also says the fuller the younger as well. His analysis is, if you look at all the Disney movies, the Wicked Witch has penciled in eyebrows and the princess always has big fluffy eyebrows. So that makes sense. Now, I have overplucked my eyebrows from when I was younger, and I thought that your point was to be in the middle of the eye, and I used to overpluck it, and I have regretted it ever since because my eyebrow hair doesn't grow back now quite the same, and I have extra thin eyebrows to what I would prefer. I used to pluck my eyebrows every day. If one hair was out of place, I would pull it out. Now I'm pretty lucky if I pluck my eyebrows twice a year. So where your point should happen, see at your eyeball ends at the corner there, that is where your point should be. So that's where you're aiming to have your knot in the centre of your eye at the outer edge. Okay, and it should be thicker here and then thinner at the end. I've got it thinner coming way too early because I used to try and have this point up here like an idiot, but okay. What makes a model is the fact that their face is very, very symmetrical, and what makes us normal people is because we have unsymmetrical faces, and the most popular area of your face that seems to be non-symmetrical is the eyebrows. Most people have one a little bit higher than the other, and I am one of those people. There's nothing on my eyebrows, but you can see quite clearly this is slightly higher than this one, and this is why I'm saying it's what I do is not necessarily going to work for you, because I've seen some beauty gurus say never put your eyebrow makeup on the top part, always underneath, gives a more natural effect, or blah blah blah. But I have one eyebrow higher than the other, so I need to make this one a little bit higher and this one a little bit lower. So I need to do some eye makeup on the top and some eye makeup on the bottom here to sort of balance it out. And sometimes when I don't do it right and I just follow the natural curve of my eyebrow, I end up just emphasizing like how much higher this one is. So know your shape and then take your products and adapt to getting it right. I use an angled eyeliner brush, as I think it's a good shape for doing your eyebrows. But you could even use a flat um, eyeshadow brush to apply some powder to your eyes. Some people just use pencil. Personally, I feel pencil is too strong an eyebrow for my personal taste. If you're using a pencil though, short strokes to fill in your eyebrows to make them look like their hairs. And I'm going to use as well today the Benefit Brow Kit. I'm not going to use the powder, I'm going to use um, their wax you get with it. I feel the powder's not the right shade. I've got the blonde one. I felt the dark brow kit was too dark for my eyebrows for me, but I do like the Beautiful Brows charcoal shade for myself, powder wise, and I'll use the wax on the blonde kit for Benefit to finish it off and give us a sleek effect, so keep all the hairs in place. Oh, I will mention, if you do need to tweeze your eyebrows, I use Tweezerman eyebrows. For me, they're the best. Okay, starting with powder. I'm going to go along there and then push it up. And then I need to fill this part in a little bit. Now, the hairs in this eyebrow are a little bit more sparse than they are in this side. This side, they're much more dense. So it's easier for me to get, that sort of natural look on this one, where the eyebrow hairs aren't quite filled in as much. But on this side, it's pretty much impossible. I have to go slightly out a bit and create extra hairs that aren't there with my powder, because the hairs are so dense. But I have sparse hairs in this one, which is fine. It happens naturally. Okay. I then take my brush side on and just pull there. This one I need to make a bit higher. I want that point to happen at the end of my eyeball. Starting to match up height-wise. Again, I need to fill in that little bit underneath. Okay, so that's me powdered my eyebrows, you know the saying is your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So if they're not perfectly exactly the same, you'll drive yourself crazy and demented. Just move on. If it's good enough and it's given like a good enough effect for you, don't worry about it. No one's going to be analysing your eyebrows except for you. Okay, I'm moving on to my wax. Using the same brush. This is just going to keep all the hairs in place. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe.